How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. I hope everybody's doing well. And just a reminder, here at 2A News Now, you get your Second Amendment news, straightforward and to the point with no BS added in. Most of you know that Mexico has filed a lawsuit against some U.S. gun manufacturers, and they're asking for $10 billion. And in this frivolous lawsuit, they're blaming the gun manufacturers in the United States for all the shootings and murders in Mexico. Even though the gun manufacturers sell their products to distributors, and then most of the time, those distributors will sell those firearms to the gun shops. And then people who want to purchase them legally go to the gun shops or gun shows and have to pass a background check to purchase the firearms. So there really isn't any liability when it comes to the gun manufacturers. But of course, Mexico disagrees, and a lot of the Democrat attorney generals don't agree either. But it's just amazing. They don't blame the cartels in Mexico. And then this story comes about. 2 Mexico residents were recently arrested in Colorado after a traffic stop. And inside the van that the police stopped were 180,000 rounds of ammunition. That's right, 180,000 rounds of ammunition. And where was it headed to? Mexico, of course. And get this, the police pulled over the van as it was driving towards deputies in another lane at night. And the person driving the van wasn't aware of Colorado's law that you must dim your headlights when you're driving towards oncoming traffic. And it just so happens that inside the vehicle the van passed were 2 Fremont County detectives. And this happened in Canyon City in Colorado on Highway 50. And like I said, the van was traveling in the opposite direction and left their high beams on as they passed the deputy's car. And it is against Colorado law for a driver not to dim their headlights when there is oncoming traffic. The detectives followed the white van to a gas station and pulled it over there. There were 2 men inside the van. One of them was 41-year-old Cesar Ramon Martinez Salas and 24-year-old Humberto Ivan Amador Caveira. And like I mentioned earlier, they're both from Mexico. And the form of IDs that they used were United States visas. And when the detectives asked to search the van, the driver at the time, Martinez Solis, said the detectives could search the van. And when the detectives opened the back of the van, they found 150 cases of .308 ammunition and 30 cases of 7.62 ammunition. And each case was marked that there was 1,000 rounds in each one, making that 180,000 rounds of ammunition that they were taking back to Mexico. And neither of those 2 guys, with the paperwork that they had and their visas, did not allow them to possess ammunition or firearms. The Fremont County Sheriff's Office detained both of the guys, and they called U.S. Immigration as well as Customs Enforcement, or ICE. The 2 guys were interviewed by ICE agents as well as agents from the ATF. The driver of the van, Martinez Solis, told detectives that he and his brother-in-law, Amador Caveira, drove to Denver and purchased the van, and then drove to Salt Lake City, Utah, and purchased the ammunition at a gun shop. And both men were charged by federal prosecutors of unlawful possession of ammunition by alien admitted under a non-immigrant visa. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Denver, Colorado, are where the men will be prosecuted. You really have to believe that the final destination for that ammunition would have to be in Mexico. The cartels definitely need that ammunition so they can load up all those firearms they say they're getting from the United States. But I really hope they throw the book at these guys, because that'll show others they just can't make their way into the United States and buy this large amount of ammunition and then have it make its way down into Mexico, where that ammunition is used in crimes to murder and injure, a lot of the times, innocent people. And Mexico needs to stop blaming American gun makers for the lack of them policing their own country. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comment section down below. And if you enjoy videos like this, and also you want to help the channel out and help it to continue to grow, I just ask you to take a few seconds of your time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications. I really would appreciate it. And I invite all of you to come back and watch my next video.